zoo around here. We have been so busy doing so many things. 2021 is definitely not like 2020. We're definitely moving forward at a much increased speed, much increased trajectory, much increased acceleration. And it is just wonderful to be here and part of this. What we do is we provide chiropractic care for those in our area. I also talk to a lot of chiropractors around the world with the other things that I do. And we also serve the state as executive director. I do anyway. We are just blessed to be where we're at. We're blessed to serve you and yours. And we are looking forward to taking it to the next level this year. With the disconnect and with the halting of all the stuff that happened last year in 2020, we know that people are going to have their kids in more sports and more activities than ever before. Not only to get them reconnected, but to just get them out of the house and out of our hair. And that is going to cause a lot of issues if you're not prepared. Activity causes the body to grow and strengthen and develop in good ways, but having a year off and then jumping right into sports can cause some not so good things. So everything has to be aligned properly, in good balance, but more importantly, the nervous system has to be functioning at 100%. That, my friends, is where we come in. We still want to take care of the entire family on a regular basis for optimization purposes, because we know that subluxation in and of itself is detrimental to the full expression of life. You are better off without subluxation than you are having it. We'll still continue to yell that from the mountaintops. But when you think about a young one starting sports again, 2 or 3 sports, getting back into that whole thing, they've grown a little bit and their body hasn't been as active as they should have been or could have been. They're under a lot of stress, and Dr. Sam and I are here to help with that. If you're not in our area, we know a lot of people around the country and around the world that are ready to help you as well. And if we can get them going on a good footing, on a good balance, good posture, good nervous system function, they have the best chance of performing at their peak, preventing injuries, dealing with injuries if they happen to get them, and then just taking that extra 1, 2, 5, 10% of performance so that they are ready for the next level, whatever that might be. So that's our main goal this year. I'm looking forward to that. The other thing that we need to talk about is our stance on vaccines. Usually I shy away from these hot topics, but I think you need to understand where I come from. Vaccinations, vaccines, drugs, pharmaceuticals, those kinds of things are not in my scope of practice. They're not licensed. The chiropractors aren't licensed to deal with those things, and so I typically don't talk about them and just let you educate yourself, may point you to some things, make you aware of some things that you may not be aware of, so that you can make an educated decision for you and your family, whatever's best. But here's one thing I do know about vaccinations. Whether you choose, back up, a vaccination only works if the immune system is intact and working well. In fact, if you want the best benefit from a vaccine, you better have a 100% functioning immune system. The vaccine triggers the immune system to force it to respond in a certain way. Ideally, the theory is it stimulates the immune system to be aware of whatever the vaccination's for, so that it responds quicker and more in force when the real thing shows up. That's the theory behind it. So ideally, you want a 100% functioning nervous system if you choose to get the vaccine. If you choose not to be vaccinated, you need a 100% functioning immune system. If the vaccine works, you need a 100% functioning immune system for that triggered response to activate fully and respond like it was supposed to. And if it doesn't work, if it's completely benign, you still need a 100% immune system to be working in your body at all times. Now let's just take it to the far other extreme, where the vaccination not only doesn't work, but it's also poisonous. You need your immune system at 100% to handle that. And if it's not poisonous and it doesn't work and it doesn't do what it says, you still need your body at 100%. You need your immune system at 100% to handle life anyway. So you can see why I don't focus too much on vaccinations and that thing. But I understand the theory, I understand the mechanics. The new one with the mRNA creating the globs to block the spikes, that one I'm not too familiar with. Kind of understand it. Regardless of any of those, you need to have a fully functioning 100% nervous system. You don't need 110%, and you definitely don't need 90%. You need a 100% normal, fully functioning nervous system to live life anyway. That's where chiropractic comes in. We've got a lot of new research out in the last year and a half, 2 years. Even before COVID hit, we had this immunology symposium planned. It went through in this last year. We had dozens of research articles, dozens of publications, dozens of research studies published to show the link between the adjustment, the freeing up of the nervous system, and the functioning of the immune system. Now, we don't cause the immune system to be enhanced. We don't cause it to be diminished. We don't force it to do anything it doesn't want to do. All we do is support it by removing nerve interference from the control centers. As we talked about before, the nerve system and the immune system really aren't separate systems. In fact, some neuroimmunologists say that the immune system is actually in place only to protect the nerve system. And so it's actually a subset and part of the nervous system. And we know from 120 years of experience, 120 years of research, that chiropractors take stress and pressure off the nervous system so it can function completely normally. When you have all of that together, you see why chiropractic needs to be part of the discussion. It's just not about vaccines. It's about a body functioning at 100%, which includes the immune system. So there you go. That's my take on it. It's our take on it. Regardless of what you choose to do for you and your family based upon your unique situation, regardless of what we're all forced to do by federal, state, local governments, you need a 100% functioning immune system, and we're here to help with part of it that is the nervous system. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Glad to get that on my chest. A lot of people have been asking. A lot of people just been wondering, and there you have it now recorded for posterity. And that, my friends, have been my position for 30 years on it. And I don't see any future events that would change that. So there you go. Have a great one. Hope to see you on Friday. Or at least hopefully I'll be talking to you on Friday. Bye-bye.